Hello, everybody, and welcome back to EU3. Tonight we are in Abu Dhabi, and I am here with Matty Robbo for the finale. And tonight we got a battle for the championship between Falaway and Two Spell in Daston. So there should be some good action out there. Um, and
I'm
hopefully it's a good
back.
race.
Did, did you miss me?
I did indeed.
I'm. I would like to say I'm fully recovered, but I'm a lot significantly better than what I was last week. Yeah, you wouldn't have been a very enjoyable stream. You would have just heard me just coughing and spluttering for the entirety of the evening. But it looked like it was a very crucial race last week. Falawe picked up the race win ahead of Two Spell, which has flung things back into the favour of Falawe in terms of the Drivers' Championship. 10 points is the lead, I believe. Looking at the updated standings as we promote the season finale. We're here, Abu Dhabi. How fitting.
Yep, it is fitting. I mean, it's a difficult track. It's very technical, especially the last sector. So we might see quite a few people just having a bit of trouble out there tonight. Um, yeah, I mean that's it. Really, it's a very technical track, so it's very easy to make a mistake and lose the DRS and such.
Yeah, still a relatively newish layout. Only been we've only had it for the last few seasons in terms of real life F1, which means it's only been on the last couple of versions of the F1 game that has been released. So, for some people, still relatively new because I know not all tracks have been raced on in recent times. So, yeah, I don't know if I like it to the other one or not. I don't know. I have mixed feelings.
Yep, I do as well. It is. I mean, I like the way you can break deep into the sector split now. That's a good overtaking spot as well. If you can get it done down there, because there's a DRS detection zone after, and you can create a gap. So it is a bit of 50-50 if that hour change is good or not. But it does provide decent racing, I think.
I think any track where it's struggled to have decent racing in real life, the great thing about the virtual world and everybody's mixed ability is that it still provides us with fantastic racing. So, unlike perhaps sometimes you see in F1, there's not usually too many quiet races that we have to spectate on. But hopefully, I've got one more chance to provide us with some entertainment before we have our break between season 14 and season 50, which I've just seen the new tab for pop up on my Discord server. Yeah, that's right. I've been keeping an eye on what you admins have been doing.
Yeah, but indeed, we are working hard to get the new season well underway as well. Um, should be a decent season, I think. But we gotta finish this one first. Gotta wrap up a championship.
Yeah, constructors is so. For those that don't know, constructors in EU3 is done. Aston Martin were victorious last time out to the RB, who are probably going to be in second. We've got about for fourth though in the constructors. Ferrari 109, Williams 108, and the Kick Sauber's 105. So that could be quite interesting in the battle for fourth place. You may think, why fourth place? Why is that really important? Because there's a little thing called the overall constructors championship that's still going. That's between all the tiers and their constructors all added together. So all E1, E2, E3, AM1, AM2, and AM3, all like the kick Saubers added together against all like the Aston Martins and the Red Bulls and the Ferraris. So yeah, that's still important. But yeah, obviously the big one we got to decide is the drivers this evening. It's going to be very difficult to look away from it being Falawe, Hako. I don't want to be the killjoy and back the favourite, but he has won 4 races compared to Neil's 1 so far this season.
Yeah, and
he's competed in 2 fewer races as well.
yeah, and I mean he's gotta have a bit of a shocker tonight. If Two Spell's gonna win it, but everything can happen. That's the beauty of the sport.
Well, let's put it this way: if there's a late safety car and there's some penalties flying around, Two Spell will be your man to take advantage. Not known for picking up a penalty, so yep, it could go down to the last. We hope it will. So 10 points is the gap. On countback, it will go to Falawe. So Wizard has to win, and Falawe will have to finish in P4 in order for Wizard to win the championship. That's the easy scenario.
Yeah, and then there's a lot of other
And then the other way around,
ways.
Falawe needs to win by 10 or score 10 points, and that'll be it. So, yep, should be interesting. We'll talk through the permutations as the race goes on, but so far so good in terms of the Aston Martins currently locking out row 2 of the grid so far, with Almanac in pole, who is coming in.
Yep. Falawe there, he's in the first sector. He's gonna start his first lap in a bit, and so is Piney. Starting his first lap now. He's gonna head into turn 1 just about now. As Falawe is starting his lap, so I'll let you take us for a lap around Abu Dhabi.
Yep, here we go then. Falawe into turn 1, braking down to 5th gear, interestingly, using the likes of the overtake through turn 2 and turn 3. Turn 4, and now the new profile of turn 5, where we go straight on now and do a hairpin left. DRS opened for the first time in this lap and opens it now down the long back straight, one of the longest on the calendar, but not the longest, before a heavy braking zone. Probably brake just before the 50-metre mark and flick that car in. Important to straighten the car out on exit through turn 8, as we got DRS once again. Currently using hot lap mode as battery is burning away. Purple through the middle sector, first man I think possibly into the 42, into the 52s through the middle sector. Still the old tight and twisty sector 3, but the corners have just opened out a bit more, so we can carry a bit more speed, where you'll see 3rd and 4th gear used a bit more rather than 2nd and 3rd. Penultimate corner of turn 15, double right-hander, keep it between the lines, easy to run wide through that corner, and the penultimate corner looks fairly tidy, and that is pole position so far for Falawe.
Yep.
There you go.
That was a decent lap.
It was 16 corners negotiated with not too much fuss. I think there'd be a smidge of time left on the table there. Possibly could have run a little bit further using the exit curbs, but a good banker with just under half the session to go.
Yeah, I mean it's all about getting a good bank in for your first run, so you can push flat out for the rest of quali to maximize your track position for the start of the race. Piney heading through the last sector now. Not sure if he's gonna finish this lap or not. fuel. It's gonna be around the last corner, and it's gonna be a 25-4. Must have made a mistake on that lap, I would assume.
Possibly.
We got Andre up to P3 in the kick Sauber.
Pepe's finishing the first lap. 8 tenths slower than what Falawe was through the middle sector, so gonna be around the low 24.3, and yeah, a little bit scrappy that last corner or so. Kevin's doing some practice, so literally just Nathan. Then we're waiting on to complete a lap.
Yep. Almanac is out again. He's about a 10th down in the first sector. 10-1 is very difficult to hit perfectly because of camber and the curb on the outside. Also the inside, because you gotta cut it to maximize the speed.
Yeah, those outside curbs are a bit more abrasive now. They kind of beach the car, don't they, a little bit?
Yeah.
More than what they used to.
So 2 tenths down now. He's gotta have a mega last sector to improve. It's gonna be very difficult to pull out 3 tenths in the last sector, but he's gotta do it if he wants to get ahead of Falawe. Oh, he's going into the pits. That might have been on a used tire, because it didn't look like he had a lot of grip out there.
Yeah, he's already done a lap on it. I've got the tyre delta in front of me.
Oh yeah. We got Dan. He's out on lap. He's 4 tenths up in the second sector. He's heading through the final corner now. And it's gonna be 23.7. So he's right there with the other guys. Tuesville's gonna start his lap maybe. Or he's gonna go into the pits.
I think he'll start the lap and it could be a tow. Oh no, he's going to go in. I thought he was going to stay out and they'll tow each other this time round, the Aston Martins, but they have not done that. Kevin's out there, but he's. I tell you what, he's done nearly a whole stint on those tyres. 7 laps on those soft tyres so far.
Yep. Oh, and Nathan almost pinging out the last corner. He's he's taking all the assists off in one go, so he's gonna struggle tonight.
Yes, laps. Getting laps under the belt be an important role for Nathan this evening. Let's see what he's like. Didn't lock up too badly into the hairpin.
No.
I think having ABS off, I've tried it before and I hated it.
It's not that bad.
It is.
It ain't bad when you get used to it. I would assume that Kevin's gonna go in this lap. Get some new tires on. No, he's gonna keep going. Okay.
He's just parading around. He's loving life.
Yep. Got Andre out on an out lap. And we got who else? I don't know. Sygate at
he's doing line. He's doing line only.
Ah.
That's what Nathan's doing. So in that case, then why are you track extending if you're doing line only? Hmm?
Yeah, you got the
the
line.
racing.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything else would cut you some slack on.
Andre now going through the first corner. He didn't use any curbs there. I'm surprised about that. I mean, the only good thing about that is that you're not gonna like invalidate.
No, I can understand why. Turn 2 and 3. I know, especially in previous games, they've not been very forgiving when you try to use the curb. It does tend to try and spit you out quite a bit. So I can see why Andre's not used it much through there. We'll use it through turn 7 there to try and straighten the car up on exit to get good traction.
Yep, you gotta do that. Almanac's out on an out lap as well. 2 spells on a lap, side gates on a lap, and they're all gonna go quick now. Kevin's retired in the pits.
Andre's just gone 2 tenths up, as you've seen on your screen. So at the moment, that would put him provisional pole by a smidge. But that would be enough, as Falawe is sitting there in the pit garage.
Yep. Oh, and he's...
Oh, no. Validated. Oh, he would have missed out by 5 thousandths anyway, but... Oh, he's not got enough to go get. He's got enough time. Oh, he's got enough. He's not got enough fuel. So that'll be the end of his lap. Sidegate is approaching and absolutely wrestling that Red Bull around Abu Dhabi, sliding all over the place. It looks a bit of a handful. Overdriving the car just a little bit round. There you go, round the final corner, and a 23.7 joins that elusive club.
Yep.
Of 4 people.
Got 2 spot on a lap as well. He's 3 tenths up. Oh, he's
backed out. He's just backed out, but he hasn't got enough battery to really go again.
Oh, Falau is retired.
He's binned it.
2 spells going in. So Almanac is in the hot seat to maybe take a pole position tonight. He's just about a tenth up in the first sector alone. He's gonna head through the chicane now.
What a weird accident. He's binned it on the inside of turn 1.
I mean, he binned it on the pit exit.
That's incredibly strange.
Yep.
Fragnista is also up a smidge on his time whilst we're on board with Almanac. At the moment, can the other RB get close? 24.2, so good final sector from Fragnista to push him up towards the third, up to the 4th row of the grid. Pipe Tech in response is probably going to try and get past him.
That's pole position for Almanac.
That's a very strong lap from Almanac there.
Yeah, improved a lot in the last sector. That's where... Oh, and Pipe Tech's...
Oh, and he was
wide.
quite a bit up as well. But he'd try and finish the lap like he would do normally just to see, yep, and oh. Spinale! Pepe is on a lap, and then we've got 2 McLarens to come. Pepe around the last corner keeps it just within the lines. A 24.2, so half a second improvement.
Yep, we got Pine out there as well. He's sending it. He's half a second up. Through the third sector he goes. He's gonna try and maximize everything to try and just... You wanna get as far ahead as you can. 24.3, so everyone is quite bunched up in that midfield. Oh, and Nathan spun as soon as I go to watch him. That's and that's quickly done.
Big final sector from Piney to get himself up to that 24.3. But yeah, pretty tight that midfield, and pretty tight at the front as well. That looks like it could be an interesting race, considering we also didn't see the best of the Wizard as well in P6, and his teammate's 4 tenths ahead. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Hopefully, Dougie can join us, even though it retired when he left, which was strange. But yeah, Almanac takes the final pole of the season, ahead of Falawe, who's our championship leader, by 10 points. Andre third, Stargate fourth, and X427 fifth. All quite close between those three. A couple of attempts back is Two Spell, and then we got Fragnista, Pepe, and Piney, and Pipe Tech all close together again. Ashton only 4 attempts off the top 10. Kevin a few attempts back, and then Nathan doing his line only challenge, and then Dougie.
Yep.
The improvement of Ashton continues.
Yep. He's been improving all season. He's gotta be one in no time.
Wowzers! I mean, I have got it set to realistic timing, but that's incredibly dark out there. And not in the good sense either. We couldn't, could we?
No.
For our last race of the season, Hako, we couldn't, rain in a desert? Is that a bit far-fetched?
Bit of rain in Abu Dhabi. Who knows? It could be fun. Could be fun seeing a bit of rain mid-race. Full wets.
Well, it looks incredibly overcast. That's why. But we'll find out.
Yep.
The fact that I haven't heard anyone go, why? Why is it raining? Would be a good indicator that it probably isn't going to be raining. But
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it rains tomorrow in the EU2. But
yep,
we
death
do
taxes
have,
and raining in EU2.
Yep, 5 lights on, and away we go for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Falawi he's pulling all the way up. Well, he's going back to last. Almanac is off track into one. Sidegate is fighting with Andre on the exit. And he's gone wide.
Andre's well off.
And his track record is still the same on the start, unfortunately. Got Pipe Tech fighting with Pepe, and then there's like Two Spell going for a move on Sidegate, possibly heading in.
Well, we could see it 2 or 3 wide here as we go into turn 6. Then, and everybody's kind of just tiptoeing their way through. Falawi's already passed Nathan, but that's Nathan trying to just survive more than anything at the moment. Now Andre is ahead, and Andre's, as you said, poor start continues. Full Lando Norris, I'm afraid. Pepe has run wide, and that allows Pipe Tech to come through. It looks fairly chaotic out there, Hako.
Yeah, it does look chaotic. I mean, I'm just seeing both Astons off the track and a Red Bull in the middle of a sandwich, and I mean, look at this battle for the podium right now. It's absolutely heating up. Two Spurs in P4. As it stands, he could win the drivers.
As it stands, he will win the title. Yes.
Yep, but it's all about if Falawi can make up
Pipe
time.
Tech.
Pipe Tech.
Yeah, and that is a lot of front wing that's now not on the car.
Yeah, and that's Falawi up into P11. Got Kevin. He's gonna try and send it in to turn 4. Down the inside he goes. He's on the hard tire. I don't know what Pepe is also. He's on the medium, so should have grip advantage, but the Williams does look fast. He's now ahead of the Haas, and he's gonna set his sights on the McLaren up ahead, fighting.
Crucially, DRS. Sorry, Taco. Crucially, DRS on the first lap, especially around here where there is a lot of. The DRS is quite strong. It is very useful. Yellow flag back there between Nathan and Pipe Tech. Falawi past the inside of Andre. Kevin and Andre on the hard tyres. X427 and Pipe Tech on the softs. Everyone else is on the mediums. That is your tyres for the opening stint of this race. Interestingly, the AWS tyre graphic has suggested it could also be a 2-stop this race. Medium, hard, or medium, hard. We'll find out and see if people split strategies. We have 27 laps to find out.
Yep, plenty of laps to find out. so far. Pine is putting on pressure on Pepe, and Pepe is just about within the DRS of the guys up ahead. So he is staying in the DRS, and Kevin does not have the DRS of the guys up ahead. So he's gonna lose time now down the straight. And Ducky is out of DRS as well, so he's gonna be fighting with Falawe and them in just a moment. Falawe might make the move going into the chicane. No, he won't. He's gonna stay behind and take the DRS, then slingshot up to Kevin into P8. It's all about being smart when you got a championship on the line, and that's what he's doing. Playing it smart.
Well, you say he's playing it smart. He let everybody else through at the start there. Whether he meant to do it because he want to get, didn't want to have an accident, or whether he's doing last to first just to rub it in, who knows? We'll find out. Hopefully from him after the race. But at the moment, he's sitting down in 9th. Kevin is ahead, and that train has now split. Kevin's not had a great lap here, as we've got a DRS train from, well, X427 all the way down to Piney Penguin, and Pepe has picked up the first of 3-second penalties. It will definitely not be the last we will see this evening.
No, I don't want to jinx anyone, but Piney wouldn't surprise me if he gets one. He's not been having the best time of staying on track this season, but I'll be quite happy to see him succeed tonight. Maybe a tiny podium for the U1 comps.
Yeah. I had the pleasure of listening to his voice on the EU1 commentary booth this season. Oh, and the Aston... Oh, Constantino up. The Aston Martins have switched position, whilst Pepe, Fragnista and Piney were all fighting over 5th, 6th and 7th. This could get quite messy as we head down into turn 10. Sorry, turn 9 even. I knew I got it one corner wrong. But at the moment, it's Cygate leading 2 spell, then X427, Pepe, Fragnista and Piney. I don't think anybody has picked up significant damage, so we're all good whilst these guys are fighting. I have a feeling we could see a very early stop down at Aston Martin.
Yep, it wouldn't surprise me to see an early stop, because the soft tires are gonna be already about dead. Now, Nathan's spun around. He's tiptoeing around at the back.
Yep. Falawe has nearly drawn in the guys in front. He has now joined the back of these guys in front. So this train is all the way down to P8. Kevin's not too far away either, so could see a train from 2nd to 9th here in a little bit. We will see a train from 2nd to 9th.
Yep, and
As there's moves. People making moves.
yep, people making moves indeed.
Oh, X427 got massively caught out there. And run deep and taking a bollard with it, and 3 seconds. I was just on board and just saw an Aston Martin basically not stopping, and it could have been an almighty collision between them all.
Definitely could. We got Cygate now. He's been passed by 2spell. So 2spell is now into 2nd place. Farawe is in 8th place.
Yeah, I think just currently grabbing the popcorn and just seeing what's in front of him. There is the early stop from Dan to take off those soft tyres. Probably going to go, I think we could see a medium here.
Yep, we could.
No, he's gone to the hards. He's completely just tore up what I thought. Pipe's still out there, by the way, on with that front wing that doesn't really exist. Yep. Interestingly.
He's got to get ahead of X427.
He will. And that will be just a minor inconvenience.
Yeah, well,
Piney
Piney being passed.
Oh, contact between. I think that was the other RB of Fragnista and Pepe.
Yeah.
Pepe's lost a couple of
Oh, in
places
fact,
because
he's
of
just
that.
gone into the wall on the straight. He's now gonna have his teammate behind him. He's gonna go into the corner ahead of Falawe. But they have
Pine
now,
pushing Falawe through the corner.
yeah. But they have now lost the DS of the guys up ahead. Piney is on the back of both the cash apps. He wanna get past and get a decent result for himself tonight. Still got
Well, don't
Pepe
forget
behind that.
we spoke about earlier that just bragging rights of the finishing in higher positions for the constructors between the likes of Ferrari and McLaren. Yeah, well, between Ferrari, Williams, and Kicksale. Unfortunately, McLaren are not really above it, but they could go above the Alpines. But with Almanac in the lead, it's going to be very difficult for Piney to do so.
Yeah.
But Piney tonight, if he scores 10 points, will go ahead of Ty, who's not racing this evening, and that'll be for P7. Also fighting this out with Almanac as well, so going to be close between those guys.
Yep, Fulava now
But
in the DS of the guys up ahead because of the
But hold on,
slingshot.
Hacko. The fight we're all looking for here is between Nathan and Ashton. They're both on the same number of points. They're on 12 each.
Oh.
Who's going to finish above them? Well, I'm fancying Ashton considering Nathan's gone line only.
Yeah, and he may. I mean, there could easily come a crash up ahead where Aston's suddenly in the points again.
As well, which is fantastic. That people can just keep bragging rights over each other before we head into season 15. Yellow flag, that is Nathan. That's a spin and some front wing damage.
Yep, and play gone for the McLaren. He's now been lapped. He's now being lapped by everyone else.
Yeah, this train that we're currently seeing, Fragnisa is currently just outside of that 1 second window, although he'll get possibly DRS off of because Nathan? No, he didn't. Interesting.
And Piney's now behind. Sygate's getting past 2-spell. Piney's staying behind for now.
Yeah, Sygate ran deep and has compromised his exit through the second half of the corner. 2-spell will go round the outside of Sygate and make a relatively easy move. Falawe is within 2 cars of his championship rival. And as it stands, it will be going to the RB headquarters and not the Aston Martin headquarters.
Yep. But we gotta remember we still got 21 laps to go. 20 laps to go now.
Everything can change. Almanac currently out in the lead and relatively comfortable at the moment with nearly a 6-second gap.
Yep, I mean the soft tires didn't really work for the Aston Martin in the first stint, so they drop back to the Alpine, and Falau is looking for the move into turn 4, but he's gonna stay behind for now, and he's not gonna make it work because no reason to do and take unnecessary risk. Pine is losing places, and Falau is now getting past Sygate on the straight, and he will now break deep, and he will be behind his championship rival. That's just ahead of him in second place.
I don't think he'll be ahead of him for much longer. 2-spell trying to use the overtake to get out of the corner. DRS on the RB, and he stayed behind.
Yep.
2-spell on this occasion.
No risk taking from Falawe going into the corner. Don't want to end up spinning around if you put your nose up on the inside, because I mean, if you don't get enough alongside, it's not your corner to take. So there's no reason to risk it.
There's two individuals out there at the moment, Haka, that I would like to keep an eye out on. One is Kevin, who has just leapfrogged whatever it was because they've gone into the pits. The other is Andre. The hard tyres seem to be coming into their own at the moment.
Yep.
Those on the hards, after Andre's terrible start, they only find themselves now under 11 seconds off the leader. So keep an eye out, see what happens when these guys go to their reverse strategy. It was Two Spell and Fragnista that had come into the pits and put on the hard tyre.
Yep. Pepe now going for the move. No, he backs out of that one. So Piney's got the DRS of Kevin up ahead. So he's now gonna have some DRS he can defend with. Pepe's got no battery left in the tank, and now Andre is sensing a move on the outside, maybe into turn 9. No, he doesn't make a move. Can he get the cut back? No, he cannot. So he's gonna have to stay behind for now, unless he can make a send into the corner we got here. No, he's gonna stay behind. Very easy to get a spin.
I'm surprised he didn't, because I like his battery. I like his battery level a lot.
Yeah.
He has pretty much all of it.
Oh,
And sliding through is Piney. That's probably a sign that those tyres need to come off that car. In goes Piney, and will probably be going onto the set of hard tyres, like the likes of Two Spell and Fragnista have done.
Yep. I would assume it's gonna be a one-stopper, just because the hards are so good on tire life. Got X427 behind Astra now.
Yes, I was about to say, you look at the gap he's now created because of the undercut that he did for pitting on those hards early from those softs. It's 3 seconds.
Yep, Andre's
to his
now ahead
teammate.
of Pepe. He's gonna try and get a good exit. He's on the hard tire. He should have tire advantage. It is 4 tenths coming off the exit. It should be about 7 tenths because the tires are completely dead on the Husker. X427 goes ahead of Ashton. Ashton doesn't fight it too much. X427 will get DRS on the house up ahead. So he's gonna have to see if he can make another fast move, because you don't want to lose time behind these guys.
No. And it'll be now where he's catching up, where he's got more grip than what Dougie has in front. He's going to go round the outside of the triple right-hander. Oh, it's going to get close on the entrance, but gave each other enough racing room. Good move there. That is quite an easy corner where you can clip the other person in front, and didn't really lose too much time. We'll find out, because Cygate has come in and Pepe's now come in, both look to be going onto the hard tyre, and it is the hard tyre for both drivers.
Yep. Kevin and Andre is now together. Falawe and Almanac still out on track on the medium tyre.
You know how I said the gap to Andre was but just under 11 seconds a couple of laps ago to the leader?
Yep.
Of Almanac. It's now 8.4.
Yeah, and Falawe's gained a second on Almanac in 4 laps as well. So he's doing alright, but it could also be Almanac just saving tires, because you want to go longer and get the fresher tires. It's all about having a good strategy in mind. Two Spell getting ahead of Ashton on the straight. It should be quite an easy move done when you think about the tire life he's got.
Ashton was going to try and fight it though. Was using the battery to try and fight it, but didn't fight it too hard in the end. Almanac has come in, and Falawe has stayed out. So be interested to see where Almanac now comes out in relation to those that have stopped earlier than what he has.
Yeah, could try and build a tire delta, I would assume. I mean, you can't go onto the softs. The softs just die way too quickly, as we saw in
Well,
X427.
typical. Oh, as he ghosted through there, I think he nearly hit the inside ball. Typically, the tire, like the undercut round here, is so strong anyway. But on the flip side, if you do run it long enough and you've got a tyre advantage towards the end, the amount of time you can gain on people is quite massive. So
Yeah.
we'll find out. We'll see what Falawe does. Would he respond or would he just go long? I'm guessing the fact that he's in hot lap would suggest to me that he is the equivalent of hammer time.
Yeah, he might be pinning this lap. Andre and Kevin has gained a lot of time. They gained like almost 2 seconds now on Falawe.
They have been trading DRS as well, these two. So the hard tyre looks to be a great race tyre at this phase of the race.
Piney
yeah,
and Ashton fighting now.
Oh, Andre's come in.
It's a very early stop for mediums.
It is. That's a surprising stop. I was going to say, X427, once everyone's pitted, will have the net race lead at the moment, ahead of Almanac. Falawe's on the hard tyres. Andre's gone to the mediums. Wow, that is interesting. Piney down the inside of Dougie into turn 1. Gets that move done. Dougie just needs to stay with Piney, and Falawe's only just come out ahead of Piney. So immediately under pressure because Piney's going to have DRS. This could be crucial in terms of the race towards the end.
Yeah, and he's got a great exit as well. Almanac's going to get ahead. Oh, and that's Nathan spinning off ahead. He's locked the rears, I think, going into the chicane.
So Piney's through. Dougie is close in behind. Because he's fighting with Fragnista, and Falawe's going to go round, trying to go around the outside of Piney, so it's just taking time possibly away here from the RB. Dougie now in 9th place, and Andre's going to make the move around the outside of the Haas driver, and Pepe will be next. But interesting that Almanac's managed to get the move done. There you go, and burnt the battery to get out of the. Oh, there it is. There's your penalty.
But he's gone a long time. I mean, 15 laps without a pen. That's decent. Especially because how easy it is to get a warning on the exit of turn 1.
So the question is, can he keep up with Falawe and use him to drag? For Piney to drag himself along and get close to the Wizard at the moment is just about keeping on to that DRS. I'm interested that Nathan's not giving DRS to Falawe, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Sidegate down the inside of Fragnista into turn 6, but Fragnista's going to come possibly back at them. Andre on those medium tyres has gone different.
Yeah, he's going to have a massive grip advantage. Sidegate fighting Fragnista going into turn 9. It's going to be Nathan. Oh, spinning onto the track again.
Thank goodness we have ghosting on.
Yeah.
Otherwise that would have been a crash. Oh, Pipe Tech and Ashton have come together. That's for P12 and P11. P13, I think Ashton's going to be giving that place back by the looks of things. Falawe pumping in the fastest lap of the race, 25.5. Kevin is your race leader, but he's not stopped as of yet.
Nope. He's staying out quite long on the hard tyre. You gotta stay out long, you gotta build a tyre delta. That's how the strategy works, but it doesn't work very well when someone pits very early as Andre does, because then you can't swap.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're probably comparing Kevin here to Andre and see how that battle happens, as Andre is slightly stuck at the moment because Sygate's going to go to the outside of Fragnista, and Andre's going to watch these two in front come together, a little bit of contact. He's going to try and straighten it up, so he's got a better exit. We could go 3 wide here. Heading out of turn 7. There we go. We've got a kick salvo, an RB, and a Red Bull. That's the kick salvo that then goes ahead. So Andre, yes, taking a bit of time, but gets the move done. He's probably used a lap or so of tyre life that could have got him a real big advantage over everybody else in front, considering he's on the mediums. Kevin hits from the lead, meanwhile.
Yep, X427 have lost Almanac up ahead. 2 spells now being caught up by Falawe. That's that. Piney is now into P5 with Andre chasing him down.
Yes, and Andre's just about bridged the gap, I think, to Fragnista, so hasn't got to worry about the DRS. Sygate is going to try and come back at the RB.
We have Falawe now staying behind 2 spell, going into the chicane. So no move yet for the final podium spot, but it could happen down towards turn 9. It's DRS open, it's ERS on, and he's gonna go to the outside line. It's gonna be side by side between the two.
Oh, contact between the two of them!
Oh, that's contact between the Aston and the Visa Cash App. So that's gonna lose a lot of time, and Piney is now within DRS. That's gonna put 2 spell under a lot more pressure. Could there be damage to any one of them?
Yeah, the Wizard was really slow after that contact. Was really slow out the corner. Whether in disbelief that he's made contact with his championship rival, or the fact that he has got damage. He's gone 3 seconds slower than his personal best on that lap. Interestingly enough, so we'll keep an eye on it and find out. It doesn't look particularly great. I was just about to say, both were using medium. It was just the fact it was the DRS open on Falawe, so that shows possibly a setup difference as well between the RB and the Aston Martin. Seems to be running with a lot more straight line speed rather than downforce. And Piney thought about it once and twice, but it's probably going to set up for turn 9.
Oh, and that's in the pits. That's in the pits.
Oh no, pipe set. No.
Piney is staying behind. Andre is now catching up. Sygate's fighting with Fragnista. He's now ahead of Fragnista, and they're gonna try and see if they can catch up to the guys up ahead. Battles all over the place.
Yeah, it's pretty full on. Almanac's lead is 8 seconds. It had come down to about 4 when Falawe pitted. Interestingly, though, because of the undercut and Almanac pitting 1 lap earlier, the gap is just around 8 seconds at the moment. So a lot of work for Falawe to do with about 10 laps or so to go. He's going to have DRS this lap because he's behind the other Aston Martin. I think that's Ashton. Is it Ashton? No, it's... Kevin's lost his front wing. No, Kevin! Kevin!
Oh yeah, he's lost it out of turn 1. As I said, it's a very different corner. Piney's ahead of 2 spell, and Andre is lurking behind. It's not looking good for the championship contender. He is losing ground to guys. Falawe make him move on X427 around the outside. Can he make it stick? It's gonna be the inside now. No! Oh, he's into the wall!
Contact into the wall, and the Wizards nearly done the same. The Wizards nearly dropped in the same place as his teammate. A disastrous corner for both the Astons. Oh, and Sidegate has touched Wizard on the way through. Carnage, chaos. I was about to say Parney was just been overtaken by the Wizard, and Parney's the rear of that car looks very loose, and Andre's now all over the back of them. What a disastrous corner for the Aston Martins there.
Yeah, both Astons losing a lot of time there, and Dan is into the pits. He's gotta change the front wing. Can't drive around with half a front wing. You won't get enough turn in. Andre is now behind Piney. He's looking on for a podium here if he can stay without penalties and just stay in the race.
Yeah, Kevin.
He stayed out.
Gonna go past. Yeah, he stayed out. Well, to be honest, I think it's pretty pointless that he stayed out with how significantly damaged that front wing was. It was very much like pipe techs earlier on. X427 has come out down in P11.
Yeah, Piney's now fighting with Andre. Andre's gonna have to go around the outside. Piney won't let him through easily. So, is the McLaren fighting for a possible podium position? You never know if a warning can get removed or not.
No. The other thing you've got to then bring into question is at what stage is Andre now not going to have the tyre advantage? Because I don't think it's going to be very long. I think it's going to be a lap or so, and then it's going to be. But the hard tyres are going to be both sliding through turn 15 there. Really throwing the back end of the car. Looks very unhappy. Yeah, and then it's going to be quite painful, I feel, for Andre for the last 5 laps or so with those sets of tyres. Having seen hardly anybody make it half race distance on those tyres, yet he's going to have to do 16 laps on them.
Yeah, it's going to be a long stint on the medium tyre, but the only good thing he's got about it is he's got track position and he didn't have as much fuel on board, so shouldn't wear as much. He's gonna go for the inside. No, he's gonna back out of that. He's gonna stay behind for now. He's gonna try and see if he can make the move into turn 9. Gotta get a good exit or a bit of a slide on the exit. Hit the curb, and now he's gonna put on DRS. He's gonna open the DRS. He's gonna be around the outside. Can he make him stick before? Yes, he will. That's the power of DRS and slipstream.
I think we'll see that a little bit tomorrow as well in EU2, where because there's 2 detection points, I think you're not going to see people go possibly make the move, especially when it's a 1v1 situation. Probably won't make the move into turn 6 and 7, the chicane, but they'll make the move into turn 9 instead and use the second DRS straight to make their advantage count. Be interesting to see how that unfolds in the race tomorrow, and if that's going to be a theme for this week, because we've seen quite a few times tonight where people have not made that move into the first into that chicane.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about experience as well. If you know you're gonna get DRS of a guy ahead, if you try and make the move stick, it's all about thinking about the later stages of the race, because you can't win the race on lap 2 or 3. You can certainly lose the race if you crash. Oh, and that's Nathan.
Andre's run wide, and that's going to an easy overtake for Piney.
Yep. DRS open. Oh, and he's got a big gap now as well. He's gonna have about 8 tenths going into turn 9. If the tires on Andre's car is dropping, and it looks like they are dropping quite a bit, because he's almost getting run out of DRS now. He's gonna be 9 tenths. Can it move up to a second? It is a second now. Sygate's now within, and now he's gonna have to fight the Red Bull behind. If Piney can keep him out, it's all about the first sector now. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Gotta commit if you wanna keep him out, and if you keep him out, he's gonna lose a lot of time now, because he's gonna have to fight with the Red Bull of Sygate, and the Aston of Tuswell, and I don't think he's gonna make 4 tenths up in the.
No, that car all of a sudden now looks very unsettled. The rear of the car stepping out quite a bit. Although we have seen that on quite a few. We've seen it on Parnies, we've seen it on Sidegates. Andre won't be the only one as well, but he's gone from attacking Piney for P3 to now having to look behind and defend P4. This is where he made the mistake last lap, where he ran wide, nearly into the barrier. That's how far he ran wide out of turn 7 last time around, but looks like he's going to be able to hold them off. Sidegate not making any moves, and now the Wizard has joined up to the back of them after his earlier incident. Fragnista down the inside of Pepe. I say that Pepe's going to try and hold it round the outside of turn 9, which is now going to be the inside for the next couple of corners, and Pepe's managed to hold the position. Fragnista ran wide there and picked up a penalty. He's sticking his nose in still down the inside, but Pepe's managed to hold on. Good racing between these two, and Pepe has made the move on those slightly fresher tyres. Oh, Fragnista a little bit ragged, that last sector.
I mean, that car doesn't look settled at all anymore. The hard tyres are dropping off as well, and so are the mediums, because you can tell that Andre is struggling a bit with traction. So,
well, you don't need to tell just by looking at it. You just see the time delta, gap to the lead between Andre and Almanex now 14.5 seconds. That was down to quite a lot less than that a few laps ago, but yeah, as you said, struggling out of traction. Those medium tyres are gone, and this is going to be a very painful last few laps for Andre, I feel.
Yeah, and I mean, Piney's gonna hope that they fight a lot behind, because he's got that 3 seconds, and if he wants this podium, they gotta fight and keep off Andre and Tuswell, because they both can pick up the position, because both guys ahead does have a penalty. So far it's only a battle between Tuswell and Cygate. As I say that, X427 is now past Kevin. Kevin's on that half front wing, but Pine does look to have decent speed. He's currently extending the gap to Cygate a tiny bit.
He needs Cygate to do him a favour here, really, and keep holding it up. Cygate also with a penalty. If he can battle between these two, was it nearly down the inside of Andre there through the hairpin? That would have been an interesting position to overtake, but you did mention that earlier. Yeah, Paddy, we need Cygate to do him a favour. If he does, he'll be sending him an early Christmas card.
Yep. So, I mean, but Pioneer is losing time to Cygate now, and if that keeps on going on, he's gonna lose positions to Andre and Tuswell, because those guys got no pens.
Yeah, current penalty situation for everybody at home. Pioneer and Cygate on 3 seconds. Pepe in P7 also on 3 seconds. Fragnisa's on 12. X427 on 6, and then Dougie down in P11 will be on 3 seconds as well. Although there's some gaps developing on track, do need to keep an eye on it, because it could affect the points paying positions. We have 4 laps left of the EU3 season 14 season.
Yep, and Andre is now he's out of the DRS. Unless he can get within. I think he's just about gone within again, so he's just about gonna have enough to save him this lap. Nathan's up ahead. He's now been lapped for, I don't know, the 8th time, something. Cygate's gonna go ahead of Piney. That's again a bit of DS swapping, I would assume. Andre going very deep, and Nathan's a bit in the way there. So Andre is now close up behind. But is in sector 3 where you want the mechanical grip of the tires.
Oh, side gate. Made a little bit of a mistake. Oh, I thought Piney was going to go around the outside. Whilst we're watching these four battle over the last podium place, gap to lead, Hako. Come down to 3.8 seconds.
Yeah, but he's only
Just
got
gonna throw...
3 laps. So it's
I know he's
very
only got
difficult.
3 laps left, but I'm just going to throw it out there. It's been chipping away. Just need a penalty. And then that'll be very interesting with 3 laps to go. We'll keep an eye on that whilst these guys continue fight. The sidegate ahead of Piney's nearly broken out of the DRS, but not quite this time. Piney has still got it. Andre and Wizard. Well, I don't know about you, Hako. I don't know what they're waiting for, because there's some battery to be burned here from some certain individuals behind.
Yep, I mean it's now or never, guys. You gotta gotta put on a bit of pressure on the guys ahead. And Nathan spun again. I don't think it was the right choice to take all assists off at once. You maybe don't want to do that. It's gonna be a bit of a challenge.
I was going to say, it's not been the easiest track to do your first. I can think of a lot easier. Sidegate! There's his penalty. That will...
Oh, and he's into the wall!
What happened? Was that just a snap? It looked like just a snap. That's a horrendous snap if it was. I've never seen that before. I've not seen that for...
And he's got no front wing damage as well.
Wait, what?
He's absolutely got no front wing damage after such a big smack into the wall. Oh, and the rear is absolutely gone now on that replica.
Well, I was about to say that would definitely put him last of that quartet, and then he proceeded to do that, and he will definitely now finish last of that quartet.
Yep, and Piney's now under pressure from Andre behind. Andre's tires are absolutely shattered. He's going to be under pressure from Two-Spell behind. Two-Spell's going to try and go on the attack. He's going to go for the inside line. Can he make a move? Andre's going to go around the outside of Piney, and he makes the move stick. So it's all about staying calm. Leaders are now going on to the last lap.
It is. Gap to lead. Well, it was down to 2 seconds, so he's going to make him at least try and sweat for this race victory. Falawe is trying to close in on Almanac. Both have got quite a bit of ERS available to them to do so. But it's this battle for P3. One driver has penalties and 2 drivers don't. And realistically, it's between Andre and Two-Spell as we head into the final lap. We have 2 DRS detection points and 2 DRS zones available to us. Wizard's going to go down the inside. Oh, very close on the inside of that corner.
Does make the move stick, and it's now DRS open for the Aston. He's going to make the move going into the chicane, or will he? No, he's going to back out. He's going to want the DRS for the next straight. But Andre
is he?
Oh, he's setting up the exit.
Try straight up the corner.
Yeah, he's got the DRS. He's got the DRS, and now he's gonna be ahead, and there's no way for Andre to challenge. Will Piney try and make the move as well? Yeah, he will. He's gonna go around the outside, and that's gonna be Piney ahead. On track at least.
Almanac is approaching the penultimate corner. He is gonna take victory for the final round of EU3, and Falawe will be your EU3 champion for season 14. Congratulations to the RB driver. pushed all the way by the Wizard, who's going to finish on the podium, which would be quite fitting. And he will finish in second place in the championship. Andre fourth, and Piney finishes fifth with that penalty. Pepe's going to jump ahead of Cygate, so good result for Pepe. Final race of the season. Fragnice is going to find it very difficult to stay ahead of X427 after a difficult race for the other Aston Martin. But don't worry, they can celebrate the Constructors' Championship, which they won last week. Kevin finishes ahead of Frank Niester because he's got so many penalties. Dougie in P11, and Ashton is going to probably finish in P12. Close, but not quite close enough to overtake Dougie on the final lap. And Nathan also completes his race with liner only.
Yep. It's the finale of Contest of Speed EU3. I can't do interviews tonight. I'm way too tired. I'm absolutely shattered, unfortunately.
We'll have to bring them back for a stream where we can talk to our championship winners. I'm just throwing that idea because there possibly will be that idea being spoken about where I don't know about. But
yeah, maybe. I don't know. I actually haven't noticed anything, so I can't even spoil anything, even if I wanted to. But it is Almanac winning the last race of EU3. It is Solave winning the championship, and Two-Spell in P2. In the drivers, he's P3 on track, then it's Andre, and then it's Piney, and then it's Pepe, Cygate, X427, Kevin, and Fragnister rounding out the top 10. Then it's Stocky, Ashton, Nathan, and Pipe Tick doesn't finish the race after he's retired in the pits.
No, and your championship standings, I think, will be as follows. Your top three and the three guys that possibly will be getting promoted into EU2 next season. Falawe as your champion. Wizard in P2. King Luke, who wasn't racing tonight, but he's picked up 3 wins so far this season. He finished in third place, just edged out Andre there in the end. In terms of the constructors, Aston Martin wrapped that up last week. RB Red Bull, and then we'll just have to work out Ferrari Williams and Kick Sauber. But I have a feeling it'll be the Kick Sauber that will jump into 4th position.
Could possibly be. I don't know if you want to do your.
I shall do my plugs, and then we'll leave them with some lasting words for season. It is finale week. There's still plenty of championships to be decided, so you want to be staying tuned with us this week. AM3 is on in a few hours' time, 9 p.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. UK, 3 a.m. Central European time for their final race as well. If the European region is the time that suits you better, you're more than welcome to join us tomorrow. You'll definitely see myself. You'll probably see Hako as well. We'll take on Abu Dhabi to sort out any last bragging rights in EU2 to get that sorted. Then AM2 will join us tomorrow evening, EU1, and then AM1 will round out the Contest of Speed action for the season.
Yep.
Keep an eye on our socials. I'm guessing, without knowing, but I'm guessing you guys will have information being given to you regarding season 15. Since the new tab's been up, so it's definitely something happening at some point. We'll sit here excited. Keep an eye for our social races. Brooksy has been trying to sort out endurance and other social races. So if you're in the server, you are more than welcome to join us. Hako, before you say goodbye to everybody, I just want to say it's been an absolute pleasure once again commentating alongside you this season. We have done it. On the whole, we've done nearly all 12 races together, and it's been thoroughly enjoyable once again.
Yeah, as always, it's enjoyable to watch guys race and then be on the sidelines watching, putting on a show for everyone watching. And EU3 didn't disappoint in action, especially in the last race here with all the battles on track and I don't know, just the crashes as well. We had some crazy ones of those. But it's been a pleasure commentating with you as well, Matty. It's been a good season, and a finale in Abu Dhabi never disappoints.
It doesn't indeed. I'm sure you'll hear us once again soon. There'll probably be some kind of season review / champions stream possibly in the offing in the weeks that we have off. But yeah, stay tuned social wise, Twitter, Instagram. I'm sure there'll be posts out once these hard-working admin decide to what they're going to do for next season. Yeah, that's all I've got to
Definitely.
say, Hacker.
Yep. I mean, that's it for me as well. It's been a great season. Thank you all for watching tonight. And as Matty said, there's AM3 later if you want to watch that. And then there's EU2 tomorrow with me and Matty racing. And I'm gonna lose second in the drivers. And Matty's gonna be carried by Craggy again. So it's go watch that if you want to see
Champions,
us.
that's all I'm going to say to you. Champions.
So go watch that if you want to see your EU3 commentators race on track as well. Thank you all for watching. It's been a pleasure. Have a great one, everyone, and good night.